From the moment our ancestors first painted on cave walls, art has been a core part of what makes us human. We've created works of incredible beauty, from the ancient wonders to the grand masterpieces of the Renaissance. It was a journey of continuous progress until recently. Over the last century, something changed. The art we see today often feels different. It's colder, more confusing, and sometimes it just feels like something is missing. We've made incredible technological progress. We have phones in our pockets and cars that drive themselves. But when it comes to art, it feels like we've actually gone backward. What happened? For thousands of years, art has been about beauty. From the earliest cave paintings to the grand masterpieces of the Renaissance, it was a universal language that spoke to everyone. It wasn't just about making something pretty, it was about capturing something deeper. Think about Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Experts will talk about the technique, the soft shading, the precise perspective, but you don't need an art history degree to get it. That serene face, that subtle smile, you feel the magic instantly, no explanation needed. That's the power of beauty. It connects with all of us, no matter who we are. And art's purpose went even further. In the Middle Ages, they built these massive cathedrals like Notre Dame de Paris. The goal wasn't just to make a cool building, it was to inspire awe and devotion. For the common person, someone who couldn't read, stepping into that space was an overwhelming experience. The soaring arches and radiant stained glass didn't just tell a story, they made you feel the presence of something divine. The beauty alone validated their fate. This was art's job, to make life more beautiful, to lift us up. Whether it was a Greek statue celebrating the human form or a Mozart symphony reaching for the heavens, art was a guide. It reminded us to strive for something better. It wasn't just decoration, it was how we made our lives and our world feel richer and more meaningful. So when we look at so much of today's art, the cold, abstract things, it's impossible not to wonder, where did that beauty go? Around the dawn of the 20th century, a new current swept through every creative field, one that seemed to turn its back on everything we've just talked about. It wasn't just a stylistic shift, it was a revolution. Beauty, once the heart of art, was thrown out and replaced with provocation, abstraction, and sometimes just plain absurdity. Why? The 20th century was full of horrors, 2 world wars, genocides, and the threat of nuclear annihilation. With so much darkness in the world, artists often leaned into pessimism. How could you create something beautiful in the face of so much ugliness? This is where movements like Dadaism emerged. When Dada artist Marcel Duchamp put a urinal in a gallery and called it a fountain, he wasn't trying to inspire you, he was mocking the entire idea of art itself. It was a product of its time, a world that had lost all faith in meaning. This shift wasn't just about war. Society, having drifted from the spirituality of the medieval era, struggled to find new values. The church's influence diminished, and as the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche had warned decades earlier, this led to a new kind of crisis, the death of God. Nietzsche argued that without a divine authority, society would be left with a void, a sense that life has no objective meaning. This is what we call nihilism. With no shared sense of purpose or higher ideal to strive for, art stopped aiming for transcendence. Instead, it became a reflection of our doubts and anxieties, mirroring a world that felt increasingly meaningless. This decay seeped into every creative corner. In music, soaring harmonies were replaced by jarring, unlistenable noise. In sculpture, beauty was sidelined for shock value, with works that are more grotesque than they are thought-provoking. Painting followed suit, prioritizing chaotic, random expressions over aesthetic harmony. In architecture, beautiful, ornate buildings were replaced by stark, soulless boxes that valued efficiency over inspiration. These works are often called intellectual, but they're cold, emotionally detached, and disconnected from the beauty that once enriched the human experience. This Century of Decay reflects a world wrestling with a profound loss of faith and hope, but beauty persists in the margins, waiting to be reclaimed. Not all modern art has abandoned beauty, far from it. Across painting, music, and architecture, there are artists working to create works that captivate and uplift, just as art did for centuries. These creators prove that beauty is still alive, capable of moving us just as deeply as a Renaissance masterpiece or a medieval cathedral. Their work invites us to feel, to dream, and to connect with something greater. So why don't they get the spotlight? The art world, galleries, critics, and markets seem obsessed with celebrating works that prioritize shock or intellectual concepts over aesthetic appeal. A minimalist concrete box or a shocking abstract piece grabs headlines and million-dollar bids. Meanwhile, artists who still craft beauty are often dismissed as traditional, conservative, or niche. In music, algorithm-driven playlists push repetitive pop over soulful, complex compositions. In architecture, developers favor cheap, functional designs over those with character and soul. Why is the truly beautiful so often overlooked? It's probably a mix of things. Provocative art sells better, and boxy buildings are more cost-efficient to build. Maybe modern culture simply rewards disruption over harmony. But a hunger for beauty remains, and the artists who haven't abandoned it remind us that beauty isn't gone, it's just waiting for us to give it the center stage again. Beauty isn't just fading from art, it's slowly disappearing from the world around us. From the buildings we live in to the music we hear, the warmth and charm that once defined our surroundings are being replaced by sterility, vulgarity, and function over form. The shift is clearest in architecture. While we used to have elegant homes with character, today's neighborhoods are filled with monotonous, boxy buildings, metallic windowed, and utterly forgettable. These modern structures prioritize cost and efficiency over soul. Interior design tells a similar story. Gone are the cozy, eclectic spaces of older homes, with their wood-paneled living rooms and vibrant patterned wallpapers. Today's interiors are sterile, white walls, grey floors, and minimalist furniture that feels more like a showroom than a home. A recent poll by Dwell magazine found that 65% of homeowners felt modern interiors lacked personality, yet these trends pushed by social media continue to dominate. Even mainstream music has followed suit. The romantic, stylish melodies of the past have been overshadowed by today's over-sexualized and repetitive hits. Pop music has become simpler, driven by a formula for virality rather than artistic depth. It's not that beauty is completely gone. There are architects crafting warm spaces, designers creating inviting homes, and musicians weaving beautiful melodies. But these are the exceptions in a world where beauty is increasingly pushed to the sidelines. Why? Perhaps it's our obsession with speed, cost, and trends over genuine craftsmanship and meaning. We've become a culture that values quick consumption over lasting substance. But the hunger for beauty remains. It just needs us to give it a chance to return to the forefront. Humanity's story is one of incredible progress, but also of concerning decline. We've risen to new heights in technology, building smartphones and spaceships that our ancestors could only dream of. But we've lost ground in other areas that once defined our greatness. The fading of beauty in our art, architecture, and music is just one sign. It's proof that our progress isn't uniform. As we evolve in some ways, we're devolving in others. Look at our physical health. Our ancestors, whether they were medieval farmers or ancient hunters, were shaped by demanding, active lives. Today, sedentary lives and processed diets have led to a global obesity crisis. The World Health Organization reported that as of 2022, nearly 40% of adults worldwide are overweight. This is a sharp contrast to the physical resilience of past generations. Our relationships are also fraying. Technology, for all its benefits, is isolating us. A 2023 study by the American Psychological Association found that excessive screen time correlates with weaker social bonds. Virtual connections are replacing the warmth of face-to-face interaction. We've gained tools that connect the world, but have lost the art that uplifts the soul. We've built machines to ease our labor, but have neglected the bodies and social bonds that ground us. It's clear that humanity is both evolving and devolving at the same time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.